turn to jealousy. The moment they know that, oh, this guy is speaking from abroad. So, so you have this type of freedom. You've got this kind of, privilege, and you still have time to be talking about Nigeria. So are you trying to sort of oppress us? Ni? Ah, oppress ye bawo, what me ori e. You know that kind of, so you don't want to waste your time responding to people like that. So I kind of would say, engage in something different. They have done that a lot. Okay. Because to them, they would rather we all in that shit hole, mute, beggarly, and at the same time, thanking God that we are still alive. The life that a lot of you as well completely reject. So yeah, all you have to be very certain of is that they are comfortable in their chains. All right. And when you see people like that, this is what you should know as well. They are also a threat to your life, to your liberty, to your freedom, and everything that is humanity concern. These are people that would rather see you become wretched, hopeless, and beggarly like them. And then they will be comfortable, right? But the point here is that a lot of them blame people like us for their own unfortunate existence, mostly for their own errors. Few months or so ago, majority of them were kind of so lyrical, right? On his man debt, they would die. Now you see this shame that has now kind of brought even more wreck and wretchedness and poverty upon not just them, but a lot of people. They come here every time, every now and then to come and ease off. So guys on Facebook, I know you may not know this. You have a lot of bad stats on that platform. So don't waste your time talking more about them. So you, Alaye, enjoy yourself because majority of you are frustrated anyway. But look at me very well. I am not the cause of your unfortunate existence. Remember, I am only trying to help you. And if I can't help you, maybe I can help your children. Because the unfortunate thing about some of you bad studies that una see the born. And I will look at your children and I'll be like, how can people be, how can these innocent children be unfortunate twice? They were already in a shit hole that their own papa be mama enabled. You can't born, they can't born, you can't say your papa, your mama, then be enabler of the shit hole you were born in. We can't blame all those children. So yes, you can sit there and enjoy, okay? Just sit back there and enjoy. And if you see any of those ones that left Nigeria, but Nigeria never left them, I have told a lot of you before, okay? Now, I think I remember when I told some of you the Lagos Abobakus, when I said, if you see anybody abroad, that is telling you to be patient, don't listen to anybody. All these people don't like Nigeria. All these people, they just say Tashiwaju. They were the same people who were shouting, change, 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 change. They told all of you to wait for 8 years while you were dying, while your businesses were crumbling, while your lives were like, when all of you were collecting your ticket to the basket of the multi-dimensional poverty. All these Olori Burukus, they remain abroad. Oh. None of them relocated back to your shithole. Oh. They never returned their family there. Oh. Now they have encouraged you to bring more calamity upon yourself. They are still abroad. They are still telling you, don't listen to them. I know Ashiwaju very well. Now the same people who told you they knew Bokuwari very well. Me, I no get problem with you. Me, I am just a conscience, okay? I'm just your conscience. I don't even want to tell you what to do, okay? But I can help you understand the miserable life you have chosen without blaming other people for your misery. Do you understand? Blaming me or looking at me, not liking me simply because I am, making others who care to listen, to understand what a threat people like you are to them. So you shouldn't like me, okay? And that's why I keep telling people, I said, sometimes you think my mouth is bad. You, this Mayegun, your mouth is bad. You don't know the battle where they fight. I conquered and destroyed Abobakus, Buhari Dioti. I actually destroyed them that when they walk into Mayegun's diary political, it's like walking on a landmine. They are very careful. They are very careful. So sometimes I just feel sorry for them. So they don't like me and I don't like them. But that won't stop them from coming here to come and hear the story of their lives. So again, I call that a little bit of digression because we are talking about the victims. And some of you know this, right? Majority of us that speak here, or some of you who dedicate your time to understand what is going on in that place, many of you are not really directly affected. Your concern is for the people you love. You get what I mean? Understanding what they are up or facing daily. And in fact, even understanding their possible role in enabling this. So, consciousness, political consciousness, like that. That's why I am your conscience. So, you're not here to love or like me per se. I appreciate those who do, because I know they take them for play. But you don't owe me anything. You do not owe me anything. Because at a point you may disagree with me completely and say, oh no, and then you have your right to that. But the truth you hear from here, the one you can always verify yourself, will always keep my voice in your head. It doesn't matter how you feel about me. Do you understand? Because the truth is that the failure of the rogues in Nigeria will always keep people like me always active. And I'm not a sadist. I'm not a bad belly. If I say good thing that is really, really going to benefit the people that is done in good faith, such can be denied. Obviously, you'll be able to, you can easily tell and say, why do you hate that? No, if it's done properly, you can tell. But any good thing at all, done by these rogues is a mistake. And you know something? They'd never waste time to correct their mistakes. So point out any good thing you've seen that really lasted, that doesn't have his own story. The story of, you know it. So the bottom line is that the people are very poor and there is no policy, no single one in the pipeline right now, either being cooked to perfection or being operated and expected to see any policy that is going to bring you back from this. There is no short term, no mid term, no long term. It is going to be hope and inshallah. You know that, right? Vibes and inshallah. In fact, it's not even hope, vibes and inshallah. What you did in 8 years of your lives. 8 years, Baba. 8 years. If you don't know, how to understand your losses, just look back. And look at where you were 8 years ago and where you are now. Me, I can look back and tell you, you know where I was 8 years ago now. Now, a lot of you know where I am now, right? No, I am a living witness to say when you are talking about progress. Yeah. I know all of you have your different kind of like success stories. So, but we are talking about your geo now. Like you can point at me and say, I knew him when he was using his kitchen 9 years ago. You remember? Oh, I knew him when he was working for Sky and all of blah blah blah. Oh, I knew him. You do that. You can sequentially, right? I mean, sequentially, I be sequentially, whatever. You sure I can like See what happened, how I have grown in the last 8 years. I can't get two amazing, lovely kids, right? Aki and Yewande. That's also part of the last 8 years too. So even if you are lying and pretending out there, you can't lie to yourself. Baba, more growth. And I know some of you also have your growth. Listen, I'm talking about those of you even in Nigeria. But when you begin to tell this story of the last 8 years, how you kind of survived it, you will realize that most of the battle you fight or you fought to this point, they were like invincible battles that were created by different policies or the agents or agencies of different organs of government in Nigeria, and you have managed. You know, here you are. You have something to show. You could have been greater. You could have been the greatest. But the system continued to weigh you down and weigh you down and weigh you down. Some people didn't make it. Last 8 years saw so many people crumbled, crashed. They couldn't make it further. Now here is going to be another 8 years. Yeah, it's going to be the way they be now, self. You know what they look at? Come be like, say, this Tinubu time. Make you know become, say, all of us who are like championing for Yoruba nation, the Yoruba sovereign nation and all that, we may end up having to battle within ourselves. Now that Oloye Sunday Igboho is now telling everybody that they should blame Buhari and support Tinubu. You get that? All the Yoruba elders who are criticizing Buhari, criticizing Tinubu, they must stop all of that now and be like the Igbos. The Igbos who have now said they will support Tinubu. That's what Igbo said, though. Normally, I won't quote him if I didn't hear him say that. So in my mind, I'm like, okay. So we will have to be very careful now the way we talk about Tinubu, or we would have Igbo to deal with. If you live long, your hero can become your villain. But others are kind of, no, don't say that, don't judge him. You know that he's being careful. You better begin to get into your defense team. Last, everybody will now be put to shame. When I go come be like, but me, I won't say much on it too, but I want me you pay attention. Sure you get. However, let's go forward in this regard. So there is poverty everywhere, and Tinubu is really, consolidating his control and all that. So Akpabiole said, apart from rice that you're going to get from Tinubu, they've given your governors, they've given your governors 30 billion naira to also kind of help you. And it was Sheyi Makinde that came and was like, no, did not give us any money. Listen.
Loud and clear. Yesterday, I saw the video and I read in the news where the Senate President made a statement. Though he said on verified reports show that state governors have received additional 30 billion naira from Federal Inland Revenue Service outside our statutory allocations in the last few months from the federal government to address food security. Please listen to me loud and clear. I can speak for your state, and I can also speak for any of my colleagues, because as the vice chairman of Nigerian Governors Forum, I know when things are happening. If you want to play politics, we'll keep quiet and say let it slide. But I'm not going to let this slide. First, FIRS cannot give money to any state. It is not possible. All revenue according to our country goes into the Federation account, and it is distributed to all tiers of government. The federal government does not give states money. The money in the Federation account belongs to all of us. It is not only to the federal government. So if a Senate President, number 3 citizen in this country, will say of verified report, people are looking at us as leaders. This is the period that we're supposed to give confidence to our people. It is not a period to start playing politics or to start looking for scapegoats. We need to engage with our people. If our policies are not working, we need to listen to them and amend. So if the number 3 citizen says, this is an unverified report, why does it need to say it then? Does that give confidence to our people, or does it solve the problem of hunger and anger in our land? Well, let me say it clearly. For your state and for most of my colleagues, there's nothing like 30 billion naira being given for food security to the state, and I stand to be challenged.
There's no money. They did not give us any money, so that in case if all of now want to invade government houses, they did give us money. So this hunger and anger would have to continue. Here you get is a luta continua. Victoria Satanio. Let's go to Niger State, Suleja, where hunger, anger, and I don't even know what I'll call it, even chaos, is the order of the day.
Yaja di kwa nero kutwa. Ha? Yaja di kwa kutwa. Kai. Nyan lorin pa. Kama. Di kwa kutwa huko. Hey. Ayaja di kwa kutwa. Ha? Yawa arimango ya mkararo zolindo. Arimaze yo. Gere na maba arimaze yo.
Reality check. That is just from one part of the Niger state. It's not even the Niger state. And those children, those are the Alimajiri children. Okay. So in the upper part of the town, it actually turned into where
a garin Kaduna Road, Suleja Express Road, ana zanga-zanga wato protest na yunwa da ake fama da ita. Kowa sun cewa an samu tsadar rayuwa yanzu. To ana jifa. Ana jifa fa.
Wallahi ana jifa.
Gaskiya jifa ake yi. Matasa sun fusata. Ga kowa hankalin kowa ya tashi. Gwamnati ya kamata su san abin da ya kamata su yi. All the masses are out. They are out for the protests. Kaduna Road, Suleja Express Road. Ana protest. Ya kamata a duba kasar nan. Insha Allah. Gwamnati ta duba mana, gaskiya ana cikin tashin hankali. Shugaba Tinubu kana kallo ga abin da yake faruwa yanzu haka. Yawwa. Abinci ne?
Ba abinci bane, ba abinci bane.
Duba. A garin Kaduna.
Yeah, that was today. They were looking for trucks carrying food. If your truck passes through Suleja, they will loot the entire truck and take the food. And that's just for today, Friday. So I hope the custom rice is also directed towards that part of Nigeria. You understand? So that, it won't spread to other places. And then once that becomes a thing, some people are just going to go and build their own shack along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Some, they won't even wait for you for Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Some will actually move straight to, what do you call it? Ogbomoso, Ilori, Jeba Road. And there, anyone will escape from Jeba, escape from Ilori, escape from Ogbomoso, only escape Oniwo Road. So now the left, those who will escape those ones, and then go end up in Lagos. Some of us now, Shagamu, Beniore Road, we go actually camp. And that's how things spread, right? So they better begin to direct this rice to the important places now and ensure that there is also safety measures. And the rice have to keep coming. If you ask me, I think that's what I think should happen in this instance, okay? So meanwhile, the Tifnumbu's Abobakus, like you had them under Bokwari, they also took to the street today because, by Monday, there's going to be a shutdown of everything in Nigeria. NLC first strike, yeah. Oh, you have forgotten. I know you are not, you are not taking them serious, Abi. Anyway, there is expected strike on Monday, from Monday. Until Tifnumbu. I don't even know what they're asking for. Do you know what they're asking for? Oh, yeah, they said Tifnumbu must return subsidy. He's already returned it. So you're going to have to buy a liter of petrol for 1,200 naira soon. Because if you didn't return the subsidy, you should be buying it at 2,000 naira per liter by now with all this crashed naira. Have you not been paying attention? No? But on Monday, we'll begin to find out. So Tinubu's supporters are like, no way, no protest today in Abuja as well, even to the National Assembly.
All right, this is happening live now at Unity Fountain here in Abuja. This is a group called the Nigerian Civil Society Forum. They are here this morning calling on NLC to share their two-day warning strike. Above all, they are making an appeal that the time is not, going on strike won't actually resolve any issue as it stands. Instead, they are calling for negotiation. That rather than go back on the strike, it is better to go for negotiation. They are here in their large numbers.
To address Nigerians, to address the gentlemen of the press on the current situation in the country and the reform Mr. President is doing every day and night just to make sure our country work again. If you all recall, we addressed yesterday on the challenging and burning national issues affecting our country and the need to stand firmly behind President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Today, we are here not just to do the talking, but also to do the working, and come out massively to stand in solidarity with our ever-courageous and patriotic President, who has stood firm to take decisions that will forever change the future of our country. In implementing successfully the removal of fuel subsidy and the restoration of security in our country. While we are not worried about empty and baseless threats to flag strike, we are once again concerned that this group, the NLC and the TNC, have always used threats to collect gratification from the government and betray our people. The situation we are out to arrest this time as members of the TNC and also spokesperson of the masses of this country.
So you guys, no protest. So make I digress a little bit again. So I think some of you actually took that my little swipe there at Igbo. You probably some feel like, oh, you just took it out of my mouth. And then others probably took it like, hey, Mahegun, blah, blah, blah. Because I shall read something where somebody said, I should keep my mouth shut and don't say anything about Igbo because me, I did Scotland, they enjoy when they were attacking him, when they were destroying his properties and all that. Listen, normally I shouldn't bother, okay? But listen, it wasn't me, right? That was in any way probably enraged, or the only person that would be sort of concerned that Igbo is going to be, is already speaking for Tinubu, and he's already trying to tell everybody who is Yoruba to leave Tinubu alone and all of that. So we are going to clash. Man, no lie to you. Here you understand, we are going to clash, and it's very soon. So if you are a Igbo supporter, listen to me. I am not a keypad warrior, okay? I am not, what do you call it? Social media attention seeker, like many of you probably are, right? When everybody was concerned for not just Igbo, everybody around him, we were not just shouting or sort of what have you, because all of us can actually be there physically, right? But the support that Igbo, his family, and everyone around him benefited from this platform, right? So we give people like us to question anything, and not just because of some lousy anger on what have you, that probably would like to enjoy the attention. Again, all of them go come back to Facebook now, Abi. All of them go back everywhere now, then begin to praise Tinubu. It won't be long for you. But you know something, your disgrace and your destruction, and in fact, your isolation will be worse than what you have ever experienced. I've seen it happen many times. So I'm not your enemy. So I'm not somebody you can actually come for. Sure, you understand? Because I'm not like going to be like, exchanging what have you with you. But I just want you to know, all right? The moment Igboho begins to speak for Tinubu, when majority of you are looking for what have you, right? We were putting resources to help him. We were helping him. Not just him. We were helping everybody affected around him. So you understand that? So if tomorrow he takes it up upon himself and become the spokesperson for Tinubu, now tell me how we no go clash. So there's no time you won't actually come here and come and begin to defend Igboho because of that and all that, and then come and accuse me of sitting in Scotland and enjoying. Right? It's all right. I just want you to know that too. So more they kind of talk them and separate them. You understand? And when that time comes, oh no, I will come hard. When I say hard, so just kind of write it down. All right. So going forward, like I said, it's not always like gloom and doom. All right. So the clash of who is going to protest or who is not going to protest, right? We are going to be monitoring that. Now that we know that Tinubu himself is kind of putting together his own activating his own local army here and there, in case if anybody want demo. So whatever is that, let's go to Abia. I know you've heard about Bat Unanji, haven't you? Bat Unanji is a former minister of power in Nigeria, and in fact, it was the brain behind this some of this improved power IPP power projects. Okay, that's independent power project, where in order to sort of help, in order for them to actually be able to help and reduce this epileptic power stuff in Nigeria. So they brought the idea of they could segment it, right? So if you sort of have the capacity to generate electricity and sell, right? Then come on, bring it on. So the idea then didn't really last long, okay? Because of majority of them, we got the licenses or so, they got them through all this political stuff. So Batunanji never really stopped. When he was no longer the Minister of Power, he has his own geometric power plant, I think it's called, in Abia. And the idea was that they would build a power system, right, that will run 24 hours, targeted at some special designated local government area, 9 local government areas. Now you see these local government areas, right? They cover areas of like commerce, agriculture, and stuffs like that, okay? Now, they are like, I mean, put it this way, right? This guy who has been working on this for a while, okay, made an announcement just, I think, yesterday that they were going to actually open that from Monday. And for the Abia people who have been talking about Alex Otti and all of that, it was like just like right on time. So Alex Otti's government is going to benefit from that. And if you have anywhere, as many as 1 or 2 local government area, in any part of Nigeria today that you can say there is actually 24 hours electricity and the government moves in, right? Like they have their free trade zone and all that, right? Moves in and creates land and space for businesses to move in as well. So and remember, this is not like government project too. This is like a private company, private power plant that manages to complete, their own dream of, giving 24 hours electricity, 24/7. Now, the Alex Otti himself, who has been sort of looking for all of you to come back to the east. So all of you who are still yet it is ideal. Now, I don't know what it's going to be like in those areas, right? So there's something on the horizon for the people of Eastern Nigeria. And like I said, if I see it, I will say it. I'm sorry I had to take the audio of this clip off just for the copyright stuff, okay? So I'll put my own sound in now, right? And it may be very silent or quiet, but please.
ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ báàgì lẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tún.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí.
Sọ fẹ́ má bára yín jà.
Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ báàgì lẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lé ibi oníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sí mọ́bẹ̀. Èkó ọ̀bọ̀ lọmọ bá dé ló tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹ̀ ni kò sì mọ́ bùyà. Àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kí o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kí. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀.
Somebody said that.
Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Somebody said that. Well, okay, enough of showing us sites. I hope this one is not going to be another Dangote this or that. I understand your skepticism, okay? So, but however, it said that it's already been test run and it was going to be launched in open. It's kind of already operational from what we heard, okay? So this is just like kind of making it official, all right? And the way this IPP work is, you know, they will generate in that place, all right? They will offload it onto the national grid. Then they will control where it goes to, where their customers are. That was where the 9 local government comes in. It's not that they have to start building their own power line or all of that. Not really. Okay? So I think, anyway, but trust now, yeah, if there's bubble wars, they don't do inside the diary now. So we're going to actually ask them how far in a few months' time. Abi? See, I have seen that some of you have started fighting yourselves in the comments because of what I just said about Tinubu. I'm not saying that, listen, no, don't misunderstand ourselves, okay? We have heard what he said. We have heard what he's been saying, all right? And some of you actually want me to believe that, Máyégún, about yourself, you know now. You must have made some deal with Tinubu for him to be able to come back like that. So you don't expect him to say anything about Tinubu and all of that. Here you get. But what you don't know is that if part of the deal to come back for his mom's burial, no harassment, no nothing, is for him to be praising Tinubu, I'm a no problem. Oh. See, I'm not saying that I don't understand things. So I'm not stupid. I mean, here you get. Don't get me wrong. I'm not kind of making this like a personal stuff. No. Don't get me wrong. Yes, if the part of the deal is to just come back and, you know what I mean, like do your stuff or even do your thing. Okay, even if they tell him not to say anything about Yoruba Nation publicly, but he still supports Yoruba Nation, I'm not here to judge anybody. Okay, I'm not. Don't take it that way. Okay, what I am saying is that if he should begin to do an hatchet job, like I have seen him, he's been doing in the last few days, I'm a problem. That shouldn't be hard for you to understand now. So you mean that, for example, now that I said, like what he said today, I think it was actually yesterday at that King's Palace, okay, where he said that I told all of you, I was here, I was telling all of you, this Buhari is this Buhari, Buhari is, you know, and everybody was saying, you didn't listen to me. Buhari told them to go and kill me. All of you didn't listen to me and the rest of that. Then he went on to, that's why all of you, nobody should blame Tinubu. Everybody should support him. We should support him. You know, things will still get better. We should give him, I was like, Omo, kilo happen now. Like, at least you should read the room. You understand? Like, you can just keep all of that to yourself. Even if you have to say thank you to him, that won't get to somebody like me. You get what I mean now? So I don't have any issue with how he kind of, you know, we are all kind of humans, right? And we have seen what happened to him. And a lot of us are still very much angry with Nigeria because of that. So how do you want us to kind of defend that? When somebody send me videos and videos upon videos or short and all of that stuff. So I'm any problem now. I'm in silence. So to ba like me, tell to like me more understand. You understand, Ben? I'm any problem. But he has right to speak his mind. Papa mo nso nko fun e mo na ma any problem. Me o so pe ko ni right but those moments in nkan yen ba ti bere ben yen, you go to hear from me. You don't get it ni. So if you are going to be mad, go mad. At least I want to call almost 5 million naira from the people we gave 5 million naira because they went to his house to harass and then kidnap them. I want to 5 million naira. They no put Agbado t-shirt on later. Did you see me here throwing tantrum? Because I know them. I'm like, I'm not bothered. Do your thing, but just be responsible for what you are doing. Do not kind of be, you know what I mean? Like, because a stupid person can be you. So the bad emotion of Igbo, to work pe any small thing or something is going to be like kò sẹ́ntì mi ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ sí, kò sẹ́ntì mi ò ní size here, show me. So only withdraw whatever you think you probably have with me here. Kò bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní park ẹrù ẹ̀ ń sìn. I'm saying it now. We go to Dani Agba Ìjàkadì ni o. Mi ò ní problem pẹ̀lú anybody yín o. But when I know the source of a problem, right, and I kind of realize that okay, omi ti tẹ̀yìn wọ̀ gbé lẹ́nu nìyẹn o. Bàbá o máa rí mi tí máa dá dúró tèmi báyìí ni o. Kàyà sáré cut it tie straight. Kàmá ṣọ̀rẹ́ mọ́, kàmá pàdé mọ́. You understand? So I just want us to be very clear. By anybody in Germany, when I sense that I want to Ilano and the rest of all those chicanery that happened, I spoke my own mind and I left it there. Everybody monetize here lower. You understand? So ẹni tó bá máa dẹ̀, ẹni tó bá ní pé kí ló ti ń pè, ẹni tó bá ní pé kọ́ wá wò ló máa kọ́kọ́ rí ṣó mọ̀ ṣá. So kò sẹ́ni tó stupid o. You understand? So anyway, I've shown you that, and like I said, we'll leave it at that, okay? And we'll keep kind of following it up. But that's a good thing. Something you can actually, you know, there are things that you can look at and be like, man, if this works, that's some great stuff there. You can monitor the progress in few years and see how far did they go, how far. If that is what they have been trying to replicate everywhere, maybe this frustration will never be this much. I just thought I should let you see that part. Now, the other part is when, you know what I mean, is when, yesterday we were talking about this genocidist go on. I didn't even know that the guy was even trying to grant a press conference. Grant a press conference because of Biafra. No wonder he went to Kolu. He went to Kolu and he told Kolu that Kolu should not listen to critics. Leave all those ones that are criticizing you. They criticize me too. When I started the civil war, and they said I was too slow to crush the Biafra, that madman. I remember, I don't know if some of you remember this note, right? But they now said, one of the things I left out yesterday that I didn't add, was that they said after that first coup, and then the second retaliatory coup of these northern criminals, northern terrorists. So what they did was that when they now chose Gowon was from the Middle Belt. It's not Fulani, it's not Hausa, it's not Kanuri. Okay, so he's from the Middle Belt, and he was he was made the head of state by these guys. So his allegiance was to them, and because some of them speak Hausa,